Hola estudiantes. The screencast is called Pronombres de complemento directo, or direct object pronouns. We will refer to them some as DOPs because it's easier. So here's a conversation that uses DOPs, direct object pronouns, and see if you can note what they are. So one woman says, "Me gusta tu vestido. Gracias, lo compré en la tienda de ropa Lulu. ¿Y dónde compraste esas joyas? Me encantan. Las compré en el almacén Gangalandia." So notice the dark shaded words, and what do you think they refer to? When we look at this conversation again, first of all, let's look at what is the complemento directo. El complemento directo es el objeto de la frase. It's the object of a sentence. And so these blue words, vestido and joyas, is something that they're talking about. But el pronombre de complemento directo, the DOP, the lo and the las, are words that are used to substitute the direct object in order to not repeat the object over and over. So if someone says, "I like your dress," you probably wouldn't respond, "Thank you, I bought the dress at da-da-da-da-da." "And where'd you buy your jewelry? I love it. I bought the jewelry in da-da-da-da-da." So you don't necessarily want to repeat these objects over and over. You know what you're talking about. So the lo and the las in this context are used to replace vestido, and las is used to replace joyas. So the direct object pronouns, DOPs, the direct object pronouns me, te, lo, la, nos, os, los, las. But in this screencast, we're only going to focus on the lo, la, los, las. So, ¿a dónde va el DOP en la frase? Where does it go in the sentence? Generalmente va antes del verbo. It usually goes before the verb. So if you notice the object, the direct object in the question, ¿quieres mi suéter? Suéter is the object. No, no lo quiero. I don't want it. So the lo represents the suéter, and it goes before the verb, antes de quiero. When there are two verbs, you have two options. First, you can put it before both of the verbs. No lo quiero llevar. I don't want to wear it. So the two verbs are quiero and llevar. Or you could also put it after the second verb, attached, pegado, attached to the end. So no quiero llevarlo. You may remember this is similar to the present progressive tense. How there were two ways to attach the reflexive pronoun, before or at the end of the second verb. We also want to know where we put them when we're using mandatos. So with mandatos afirmativos, it goes after the verb and attached to it, pegado. So in this sentence, maybe mom or dad says, "Maya, tienes que hacer la cama. Hazla ahora." You have to make your bed. Make it now. So the it is the bed, and the la is attached to us, the mandato, the command for make it, make. Now it's different when there are three syllables. So when it's longer than just as, like for example, lávalos, wash the dishes, wash them. You have to add an accent on the second to last, third to the last, vowel. When they are mandatos negativos, they go before the verb, antes del verbo. So maybe a teacher says, "¿Haces la tarea en clase? Por favor, no la hagas ahora." Please don't do it now. So again, the la refers to la tarea. Teacher doesn't need to repeat what you're talking about. You're obviously talking about the homework, so don't do it now. Let's do a little bit of practice. Why don't you pause the screencast and write down what you think the answers to these sentences or exercises would be. Each of them uses once the different situations we just talked about, one verb, two verbs, and then a positive and a negative command. Let's look at the answers. ¿Tienes la tarea? Sí, la tengo. You could say yo la tengo, but you don't need the yo. ¿Necesitas usar mis lentes? No, no los necesito usar. Or, because there are two different ways you can do it when there are two verbs, necesito and usar, you could say no necesito usarlos. With the commands, los mandatos, sácalo, take out the book. Take it out. Don't eat the grapes. Don't eat them. No las comas. So some grammar review with the mandatos. But remember the lo, la, los, and las is what we're going for here. To conclude our screencast, here's a little comic that uses a DOP, direct object pronoun. The lo. See if you can figure out what the lo refers to. And then there's also a little play on words here with the vendo. See if you can figure out what that is. Vendo has two different meanings. Look it up. Maybe you'll get a bravo o crédito extra. Adiós.